kind of worked. Lightning bolt. Well, that didn't really work though. Barely did any damage. Come on. Oh my god. He has 112 HP points. Isn't that like abuse? Come on. Ah, that didn't really work though. No. I did get him, but he also got me. With his last punch. Bastard. My people and I are here. A curse placed over many a year. A being known as Dran came forth into our land. He entrapped us in these holes. We cannot break the walls. At night, he hears our calls. May you bring about his fall. The willing of the three binds one of large degree. It schemes and tells us lies as it grows in strength and size. Whichever way you choose it, you have it the power to use it, and in the end you lose it. Here so I do decree, the giant mysteriously turns to dust. Okay. Talon's Tongue. What is that though? Is it a weapon? Ooh, new background. Okay. Yeah, so this level is mages. Okay, I'm already dead. That was quick. Mage Scroll of Fear. Alright. Oh, we have, I think, a couple. Oh, they are moving around. So what you do is, like, you chase it around, and for example here, you put the sticky note on the floor, and now your rings are stuck to it, right? So you got two things, and make sure you pick up the sticky paper. So that's what it's for. Now I can proceed. Yes. As I say, one ring to bind them all. That must be some kind of Lord of the Rings reference. Like, for example, this passage. You happen upon what looks like a shrunken giant. He begins to speak. Dran is a coward. Dran is no man. Dran will kill you if he can. Listen closely. Listen to this. If Dran sees you coming, before he can finish, the last of his body turns to stone. Okay. A strange creature, blinking like a lunatic, stands before you. It is apparently trapped by an unknown force, yet it looks like it may be able to touch the party. Okay. In a blur of green, a tentacle lashes out and briefly frisks the party. Mine, mine! Go now, run. Less like me, you become a lovely tree. And there's a coin. I think this coin opens up the passage. So, okay, I just have to explain here. From what I understand, that green wall there in the corner, maybe it's not there if you release the halfling. At the very beginning of the game, you meet one, and he's a thief. Like, he steals your shit. I didn't pick him, so I just let him there. I didn't even enter that cutscene. So that's why it's not enabled here, I guess. And in that case, your only other choice is to talk to the giant. So I'm not sure if I have it though. That's the thing. Oh, I have. With the placement of the last sphere, the room suddenly comes alive. 3 intense bolts of energy strike the central wall. Where the wall once stood, the light now shines from a hole in the ceiling. That was kind of an amazing animation there. So apparently you pull the ring and you go up. That's pretty much it. Okay, and as soon as you do that, you open the door. Now, the walkthrough said you have to use them, but I don't think so. Attracted to the moans of a dying man, you turn to the south. One of Dran's minions, a mage, has been mortally wounded. With his last dying breath, he gasps, "My master is in a foul mood. He will not be pleased." And then he turns to dust. It's a stone cross. So I'm gonna call it boss, because we are at the final boss, and now I will actually read what he says. It seems you have snuck up on mighty Dran Dragor. He is in the middle of performing an incantation. Without turning, he says, "I've been expecting you. What took you so long? Run into a few obstacles?" "No matter, but before I kill you, know that it was I who had the drow build the original Dark Moon long, long ago. But the fools destroyed themselves, and I was greatly injured in the cataclysm. It took a long time for me to recover. During the construction of the new Dark Moon, I met Xanathar, the Great Beholder, the fool. He thought we would rule Waterdeep together, but now he is gone. I used him well. My skeletal warriors, of which you have met but one legion, are now ready. On this eve, my army and I will ride forth and destroy Kelban. Waterdeep will then be mine. You have upset my plans for the last time. Now die." Alright. So, I think what you have to do here is kind of like this. But you, like, okay, now I'm stuck actually. So that's not good at all. Oh wow, he's really strong actually. Okay, is it very few left now? 11? With your last blow, Dran collapsed to the floor. Then, with a wicked grin, he starts to rise. Your pain will be legendary, your agony exquisite. It kind of reminds me of the ending of The Hobbit with the dragon speech. Alright, so he's basically a dragon. It's just behind me. Oof. Jesus Christ, man, that was something. Finally, Dran has been defeated. Suddenly, your friend Kelban appears. "Greetings, my victorious friends. You have defeated Dran. I did not know Dran was a dragon. He must have been over 300 years old. Well, that's not really important, is it? His power is gone. But Dark Moon is still a source of great evil. And many of his minions remain." Oh, that's true. "Now we must leave this place, so my forces can destroy it once and for all." So the guy had forces but didn't use them, like I had to do all the work for him. Follow me. Powerful mages stand ready for the final assault on Dark Moon. The temple's evil is very strong. It must not be allowed to survive. I do apologize, my face is kind of there in the middle of the screen. I can't like do anything about that. The temple ceases to exist. My friends, our work is done. Thank you. You have earned my deepest respect. We will remember you always. Okay. And then he disappears. The end. Well, all right. And you got the credits. I'm not sure, like, the first game, did it have credits or not? I don't remember, honestly. I think it just exited out to DOS. So that's kind of new, I guess. That's a bit better. So this is my review, my final grades for Eye of the Beholder 2. Overall, I think it's better than the first one in certain aspects. So let's go through the grades here. So first, I'm gonna move to the side around here. First, we have gameplay, and the gameplay is actually very similar to the first one. I mean, you move around, you drop through holes. There are some holes that put you up. I think that was kind of a new thing in this game, but still, look, it's pretty much all you're doing. So just to be fair, I have to give it the same grade I gave for the first game, which is 8 out of 10 for gameplay. Because again, you have to judge it as it was back in the day. Of course, compared to something like today, where you can you can look in 360 degrees. It's incomparable. You have to compare it to games that existed at the time. So compared to those, it's it gets the job done. So 8 out of 10 for gameplay. Music. So in the first game, like I mentioned, I complained a little bit about that. There was very little music, actually, almost none at all. Here, it seems that they made a bit more effort, and actually, the composer, Frank Klepacki or Klepatsky, I don't know how you pronounce his name, he went on to do more music for games, which were quite recognizable, I think. Maybe Lands of Lore, actually. He did maybe that, I'm not sure. Anyway, so the music is a bit better. In the first game, it was just not there, okay? So here, it's not really to my liking too much. So I have to give it maybe a 3 out of 10. Graphics. So the graphics for me are a little bit better than the first game. In the first game, I mentioned that especially the drow level with the purple walls, just awful. Like, terrible. And imagine playing with that without the seeing eye, where you have to look for buttons in a very bad texture. It's just gonna strain your eyes. So yeah, in this game it's better. Some levels were very lazy, I thought. Like the Frost Prison was very generic, I should say. Just blue walls, basically. It's like, okay. But overall, I would say it's better than the first one, so I have to give it like a 6 or something. And finally, the plot. Well, in the first game, the plot was very simple. You are adventurers, you are set out to pretty much defeat the evil under the city, right? But that's about it, though. In this game, well, you have the original Kelvin. He sends a scout. Obviously, later, spoiler alert, you find out that she's dead. You find the bones. You can revive her if you want. I think I dropped her bones somewhere. I'm a bastard. Anyway, yeah. And then, of course, you got the Dran, who he can shapeshift. So he takes Kelvin's form and to confuse you. So there's a bit more going on in terms of story here. So I have to give it better grades than the first one. But again, it's not some kind of epic thing or anything like that. So maybe a 5 out of 10. Okay, so in total, out of 40 again, we have 11, 17, 22. So the first game was 18 points out of 40. Okay, that's what I gave it. This game, 22 out of 40. So definitely better. There are improvements here, clear improvements. But I still think it's definitely not, for example, Lands of Lore. Lands of Lore is just so superior to this. The characters, the story, the animations were just... It was something, let's say. It was really something. And here it's just not the same feeling. Like it's hard to explain, but if you have played both, then it's easy to compare. Anyway, in conclusion, yeah, I liked Eye of the Beholder 2 more than Eye of the Beholder 1. There are improvements in graphics, music, and a little bit, the plot is a bit better. So yeah, check it out. Again, this is kind of the grandfather of the dungeon crawler genre, okay? So I know today there are still a few more being made. I know Might and Magic X was made sometime a few years ago, which is kind of the same idea, just with better graphics and I think maybe voiceovers, although I'm not too sure about that. It's been a while I played it. But yeah, this is where it all began, okay? So we have to respect that. All right, that's it for this review. I am done. I'm gonna go back to editing this thing because I'm still a bit behind. And the next time I stream, it's gonna be the third one. So again, I played a little bit of that as a kid, but I never ever finished it, definitely. So it's gonna be kind of new for me, and I look forward to it. All right, on that note, that's it. Take care, stay safe. Make sure you check out my Facebook page. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click the bell button. That way you can stay up to date when I upload a video. And you'll be able to see it, basically. All right, that's it. OtakuOps signing off, and I'll see you around. Take care.